I want to talk about fear and how it could be keeping you small, and you may not even realize that it's fear that you're operating from. So we all have that greatest hits album of fears, right? Each of us as people have those big fears in our mind that usually lead the way, especially if you're somebody who's trying to change or who's trying to grow, you're ready to step out of those fears. You got to be able to identify them to step out of them. So what does your greatest hits album sound like? What is that lever that your fear always pulls on to keep you small? And how do you understand what that is? I have had several different fears at several different times in my life. One of them was not being enough, not doing enough. I worked myself into a state of oblivion, taking care of my job, taking care of my family, taking care of everybody else, because I felt like if I wasn't doing enough, then that meant I wasn't a good person. So instead of operating from a place of authenticity and saying, no, thank you, I'm unable to do that, or you can do that yourself, I was constantly putting myself in this situation of running myself into the ground, like, yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. That was my fear keeping me small. That was my fear keeping me locked into a lower vibrational version of myself because I was afraid if I didn't do those things, I wouldn't be enough. So somebody pointed that out to me. I had a mentor and I was just going through all this and all this and all this and all this. And she goes, do you just feel like if you just say no and don't do that, like what would happen? And I was like, well, I won't be enough. And she goes, that's fear. She goes, what would you do in this same situation if you weren't afraid? I was like, I would probably say no. She goes, say no. Tell me how you feel. So I did. And I felt amazing. I hadn't realized that fear had been driving my actions for so long, but I had gotten to a place in my life where I no longer wanted fear to be driving the bus. I wanted to be operating from a place of hope, authenticity, love, best version of yourself stuff, right? Fear is defined as an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous and likely to cause pain. Fear is highlighted by a belief. So if you believe you should be afraid of something, you'll be afraid. If you believe you shouldn't, then you won't. So take a piece of paper, write down your top 5 fears, sit down with one of your best friends and talk about it. Hey, these are all my fears. Are they real? I guarantee you they're going to help you dismantle those fears, and you're going to be able to see that you can operate from a more authentic place. Good luck.